Few moments in life are as priceless as when grandparents meet their grandchild for the very first time. The smiles, the tears, the pure joy, it's love at first sight. Get ready for some truly heartwarming moments you won't forget. Grandma finally got to meet her very first grandchild, just one day after she was born. The moment she laid eyes on the tiny baby, her face lit up with pure joy, and her priceless reaction showed just how much love she had been holding in her heart for this moment. The moment he realized the baby in his arms was not just a child, but the second generation after him, a whole spectrum of emotions washed over his face: pride, love, gratitude, and a sense of legacy that words could never capture.
Oh my God.
They decided to surprise their family with their twin nieces, and the reaction was nothing short of magical. No one had any idea they were about to meet two little bundles of joy. And the moment the family realized it, the room filled with laughter, happy tears, and overwhelming love. Every hug lasted a little longer, every smile shined a little brighter, and even the dogs joined in.
Oh my God, are you?
They kept the news completely to themselves, not saying a single word to their mother about the newborn. Then, without warning, they showed up at her house, baby in arms. The moment she laid eyes on her grandchild, her emotions poured out instantly. Tears, joy, and disbelief all at once. She had just returned home from abroad, filled with anticipation to finally meet her first baby niece. The moment she walked in and saw her, she gently took the little one into her arms, holding her as if the world had gone still. Overcome with emotion, her eyes welled with tears. It was a tender, unforgettable first meeting that captured the depth of love and family bonds. For any mother, there's nothing quite as special as watching her own daughter step into motherhood. For this new grandma, the moment was filled with pride, love, and pure joy. Seeing her daughter cradle her newborn was more than heartwarming. It was a full circle moment, one she'll cherish forever. This baby's first birthday became unforgettable, not just because of the cake and candles, but because it was spent with his loving grandparents. They had no idea their grandchild would be there to celebrate, and the moment they saw him, Grandpa rushed forward, scooping him up with pure joy, a memory that will stay with them forever. This year's Christmas present was unlike anything the family had ever experienced before. Gathered around with excitement, they expected the usual gifts, maybe clothes, toys, or gadgets. But when the box was opened, their world completely changed. Inside wasn't just a gift, it was the beginning of a new chapter, a precious newborn baby. The room instantly filled with shock, laughter, and happy tears as everyone realized what they were seeing. As these grandparents couldn't make the 4-hour trip to see their grandson because of health conditions, he decided to bring the joy to them instead. The moment he walked through the door, their faces lit up with pure emotion, shock, relief, and overwhelming happiness all at once. Tears welled up as they embraced him.
Oh my God, I'm like, oh my.
This mother had no idea she'd already become a grandmother. The news was kept secret just for this moment. When she finally laid eyes on her grandchild for the very first time, her reaction was pure blessing, a mix of shock, tears, and overwhelming love. A surprise that instantly became one of the most cherished memories of her life. Announcing a pregnancy can be a deeply personal choice. Sometimes it brings joy, but it can also invite unwanted attention and endless advice that feels overwhelming. That's why many families choose to keep the news close to their hearts and wait until after the baby is born to share their happiness, making the moment even more special and private. These two little girls couldn't contain their excitement when they finally saw their grandma again. The moment they spotted her, they ran as fast as they could straight into her arms, wrapping her in the biggest hug. Pure love, pure joy, and a reunion that meant the world to them. These grandparents walked into the room and were instantly overcome with emotion when they saw their grandson cradled in their son's arms. Their faces lit up with amazement and love, and as they reached out, every movement was tender and protective. It was clear they wanted nothing more than to hold him close, while being extra careful with the precious little life before them. This lady introduced her newborn baby to her father, who was living with dementia, and the moment was nothing short of powerful. His face lit up with pure amazement and joy as he realized he was holding his granddaughter for the very first time. The way he cradled her so gently showed that even through the fog of memory loss, love has a way of shining through. Granddad met his newborn granddaughter for the very first time, a moment made even more special by the 100 years of life that stood between them. With a gentle kiss on her forehead and the most careful embrace, he held her close as if she were the most precious gift in the world. The smile on his face said everything words never could. Welcoming a new member of the family is always a life-changing moment, and this beautiful family made sure it was one filled with warmth, love, and joy. Surrounded by smiles, open arms, and hearts ready to embrace, they celebrated the arrival of their newest addition in the most meaningful way possible.